back in the studio. There's the Golden Girl who's just joined us. Golden Girl, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good. How about yours?
It was all right.
Nice.
KMJ says he couldn't party as usual.
Yeah.
You know, he's a typical party guy, but then yesterday it rained, virtually the whole day. So, yeah, he couldn't party as much as he had wanted to.
How interesting.
Yeah.
Pretty odd.
Pretty odd.
Oh.
Pretty odd.
So sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the thoughts on the 24-hour economy, the people have their own views about it.
Yeah.
There's what government, or there's what the NDC campaigned and promised to deliver to the people, and then there's what's also the reality on the ground.
Yeah.
So now, faced with the reality, we're learning that the markets that are being constructed, but the people feel, okay, markets not really that much of a big deal, in that we're expecting other interventions in other areas, or we're expecting it to reflect the 24-hour economy to reflect in other areas. For most of the people, it's about the jobs. Really. They're expecting that.
And it's interesting that most of the people that Sheila spoke to do not really understand the 24-hour economy.
They understood it, well, in some sense, their own understanding.
Exactly. They have their own understanding to the 24-hour economy. And a number of, and they are not the only ones, a lot of Ghanaians believe that the 24-hour economy, there are some sectors that are already doing that. A typical example, you know, one of them mentioned the Oxford Street.
Yeah.
24 hours, like a whole bosu gidi cry. Any time that you want to buy anything, you can go to Oxford Street and get something to buy. Food, outfits.
True.
Yeah. So it's pretty.
Of course, in Osu, there's also the Osu night market, which functions just like that. Yeah.
Exactly. But we would love to hear, you know, what our viewers also have to say in relation to the 24-hour economy, what they understand by that, and if they're excited.
As for KMJ, we know the 24-hour economy is working for him already, because he can party or whatever.
247.
You are right.
Yeah.
247. You are so spot on.
As far as entertainment and showbiz is concerned, you are sorted.
247. We are building markets.
KMJ, there's something behind the statement.
Oh, which one?
24-hour economy markets more important than Agenda 111.
Anyway, before we get into the newspapers, there was this issue of there are some people who are lamenting that some relatives of the former environment minister, or that some two people who work at the EPA, they've been sacked. And they're relatives of the former minister who died, and so they're making issues, or they've raised some issues. Would get some clarity on that, get to understand exactly what is happening. So once we're hoping to get to reach somebody on the line, and then we can get to speak to that issue. All right.
So I guess we're going to start
we'll get that. But let's quickly go through the headlines, and then we'll get to it.
Okay. So do I start?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So let's start off with the Free Press newspaper. Free Press, the newspaper. So on the front page, we have rural banks converted to community banks. The banner headline is NDC headquarters to be named after Rawlings. Ooh. We also have state campaign funding must be implemented now, and the national security architecture changes. On the back page, we've got FIFA ranking. Black Stars move 8 places up.
Okay.
After World Cup win over Panama. So they were in the 70-something, I believe, or 80-something.
78. No,
78, right? And then now they are 60-something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So imagine winning.
Okay, yeah. So they were at the 73rd position.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And then now they are on the 65th position.
So imagine scoring England.
Wow.
And Croatia.
Oh my.
England is around 3rd. So if you score.
Is 3rd?
Yeah, if you score England.
And we are on 65th.
Where did you want to be before?
Wow. Me and Mashame.
Oh,
where were you thinking?
Hey, the match is tomorrow.
No, where were you thinking you were?
My goodness. Okay, and fastest World Cup to 100 goals in 68 years. balls and breaks behind it. And that's it for the Free Press newspaper.
All right. So we now have someone on the line to speak to about in fact, we have the Professor Michael Ayamga, who's the Deputy CEO of the Environmental Protection Authority, who's joining us on the phone line now. So good morning to you, Prof. So yes, the brother of the late Environment Minister has been lamenting the termination of the appointments of two family members at EPA. Are you able to bring some clarity to it? What exactly is the issue, or what caused the termination? If it's fair, then yes. But this an issue. How does the EPA respond to it?
Yeah, good morning, and good morning to our listeners.
Good morning.
I want to put on record that that is totally false.
All right.
And I think we have to be forthright. There has not been any termination of anyone at EPA that I am aware of.
Okay.
What has happened is people's contracts that have expired, and we are in the process of regularizing. We are in the process of securing more clearances to be able to cover the numerous contract staff that we have. And these things take time. As and when we are able to get clearance, and then we scale through the administrative processes, then more people come in. But I must put on record that even before the late minister passed away, something happened, and he called CEO and I. It related to procurement. People were bringing names to us, companies to us, that minister had sent them. So I went and asked him one day that, what's the problem? So many people are coming. Then he called CEO and I to his office, and he told us that we should accept no list from anybody or no company from anybody except he himself. And upon his demise, there were so many names and lists coming from everywhere in the name of Honorable Murtala. And we told them, yes, we will accept recommendations by people, but they have to go through the process. The EPA is a Ghanaian institution, and every Ghanaian that is qualified is entitled to have a decent shot at landing a job at the EPA. And that is what we are doing. That does not mean that we are not taking into account recommendations. But as we speak now, there is no list somewhere with the inscription Honorable Murtala on it. There is no CV before us with the name Murtala's brother on it. So that is a palpable falsehood. Of course, the wife did, I visited her sometime, and then she mentioned a few family members. And out of respect, because of her situation, I spoke with the acting minister, our caretaker minister, and the CEO, and we took that list. I think there are about 8 or so. As soon as I presented that list to CEO said, I will do it, because that is a peculiar situation. And I remember last week, I was in the CEO's office, and I said, oh, boss, what has happened to the list? And she said she has done it. It includes 2 of these people you are mentioning. And I don't know, just by instinct, I decided to take pictures of those letters. And I have them as we speak. It is because of the nature of our relationship, the sensitivity of the issue, and the fact that we have to exercise some amount of discretion, I can't publish those letters.
All right. So essentially, you're saying that...
It is not true that we have sacked anyone.
All right. So essentially, you're saying that these 2 people who the brother of the late minister is complaining about have actually been giving appointment letters. Is that the case? Yes,
I'm saying that anyone who we are dealing with from the Murtala family has been issued an appointment letter. And I have pictures of those letters. I have evidence of even one of them coming to sign the logbook and picking his letter. The rest are with me. I shared it with the caretaker minister, Honorable Amabua, and the CEO has copies of these letters. People can verify. What is going on, we don't understand, so it is not true.
Okay. So except they haven't started work, I don't want to believe.
Some of them are already at work. The truth is that 2 of them were already contract staff. They are working. But the rest were not. But we went out of our way to create opportunity for them to attend the interview because it was a peculiar situation. It was a peculiar situation, and we made an exception for that. It included a biological sister of the late minister. And I have to ensure the CEO had to go out of her way. She's about the only person who attended the interviews who is not a contract staff. So we went all lengths to ensure that at least we did our part to help the grieving process and the healing process. So what we are seeing in the media is total surprise to us, and we don't know the agenda people are up again.
Professor Ayamga, one final clarity. So you're saying that there were these 2 people you're talking about, they were contract staff, their contracts came to an end, but they have been confirmed as permanent staff.
Exactly, they have.
All right.
They have.
All right. Right, thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Michael Ayamga, Deputy CEO, Environmental Protection Authority, for bringing us that update there. So now let's get into the newspapers proper. KMJ.
Daily Justice, yeah. Front page says NDC Top Gun fingered in Chinese takeover of Bondi mining concession. And NDC offers Kennedy a Japan $55 million contract with 11% kickback. And 24-hour economy markets more important than Agenda 111, NDC MP Vondi says so. And bloody attacks increased to Asafo, bullet hits at Asafo, 6 suspects arrested, 6 guns seized. And away from that, government exposed over unpaid salary arrears of past officials. And state-focused Samuel Oku tells Paumia, Brian calls for truce in NPP. And that's for the Daily Gist.
Okay. Yeah. So on, let's go to the Daily Graphic. So for the Daily Graphic, the main story, flooding. Cape Coast Summer Boy submerged. And the Mirror celebrates fathers with lunch at Labadi Beach Hotel. Next Step Summit adopts 18-pillar framework for reparatory justice. Restricts social media access for children under 17 years. Child Rights International to state. And then in the center spread, births and deaths registry set for mobile registration in hard-to-reach communities. Takwa MP champions multi-billion-dollar manganese refinery project. Thousands of jobs to be created. JMPC Explore Co. Tattoo sign knowledge transfer MOU. And then on the back page of the Daily Graphic, Asari faces biggest test against England, and it has a photo of Black Stars goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. We're activating the phone lines. You can give us a call, and let's get to hear your thoughts on any of the issues that we have talked about or we've brought up this morning. If there's anything else in your community that's bugging you, want to talk about it, yes, sure. Please go ahead. And let's hear you. But we can go. So the story on the address of which you had in Daily Gist.
Yeah.
You know, there's been an update. The Christian Formation has also issued a
statement. Yeah.
So when you're done with that, then you can bring us the update from the Christian Formation as well.
So these people. And
you know, we're talking about when the delegation went to see the
I don't know how this man will be feeling with all these things happening right now. I don't know. When this man was alive, you barely hear him say anything.
Yeah.
You know, and the last you want to do for a man like that is what's this happening right now.
And the disturbances.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't.
All right, we have a first call on the line. Hello, good morning to you, Majid. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Hawaii. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, about your newspaper review.
Yes.
Sometimes the Afasafo issue
Yes.
When issues like this come, when they do investigation and yet they don't come out with proper outline of anything that happened, and then the punishment, it keeps happening. This same similar story happened to the UCC girl, the lady, yet they have not given us any proper updates about the whole incident. What we were told was that police people were doing the investigation, and up to now we couldn't hear anything again. So murdering cases like this, it should be taken serious in our communities.
All right.
And moreover, it is a rainy season, and the drainages must be re-extracted so that to avoid flooding to the community.
Sure.
And assembly should also be very serious about where people go.
All right. Thank you very much, Majid. So, on the case of the shooting incident or the gun attack on Adwoa Safo, the police has issued a preliminary update, and we're expecting that they will be conducting the investigations. But I feel that it's a little too early to expect them to come out with the outcome of the investigation. So let's give them some time. On the case of the lady, Innocentia, who was murdered in Cape Coast, I also feel, yes, the police are working on it. So we need to give them some time. Still early. I mean, early days yet for them to come up with anything. We have another caller, Suleimana. Good morning, Suleimana. Where are you calling from?
Good morning. I'm calling from Saviligo.
All right. What's on your mind?
In fact, I'm happy I'm able to get the line today.
Okay.
And it's about this EPA issue.
Yeah.
In fact, that story is on the media circulating.
Yes.
And you don't know where these people are getting the information from. That's two brothers of our late Honorable Murtala has been staffed from EPA. So I'm happy that you called the Deputy CEO and he clarifies everything.
Yes.
Thank you very much. But my greetings to Ayamga,
okay.
CEO of Student Trust Fund.
All right. I'm sure she'll hear.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you too. Yeah.
Speaking about the EPA, the post, when I read it, the power that is very outstanding to me. He put it in quote, when the food is finished, they call it a dirty plate.
Oh, okay.
And it's something that, I don't know, I read it and I'm like, okay, because I was thinking deep into the understanding
of it.
And I've learned something out of it. When the food is finished, they call it a dirty plate.
But that happens to be the case, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it is, actually.
That happens to be the case.
Very interesting.
Except, as the Deputy CEO is saying, they are not calling it a dirty plate.
Yes.
Because the point they're making with this, the point they're making with it is that because he's no more, they are calling a dirty
plate.
Politics.
They are not calling it a dirty plate. It's been cleared.
It's a dirty plate.
Yes.
All right. We have another caller on the line. Good morning to you, and where are you calling from?
Yes, good morning. My name is Philip.
Philip, yeah. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Philip.
All right. What's on your mind?
Yes, I just want to talk about the 24-hour market.
The what? We can't hear you too well.
I said what I want to talk about is about the 24 hours.
The 24-hour economy. Okay, sure. Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, what I know and what I remember very well was the promise the government gave to us that all the government institutions that are running today from 8 to 5 are going to run for 24 hours. So me hearing this new market burden and other things, I see it as some disappointment something. All because right. You promised to give us 24 hours economy whereby the ministries and the agencies will run 24 hours. Meaning, as I'm sitting down here that I am unemployed, I will get a praise at the Ministry of Education or maybe Ministry of Interior. If somebody goes from morning, maybe afternoon, another person will also go, then one job is to create 3 jobs. But all of a sudden, You are building market. This market, you know where the demands are high. Those places are operating 24 hours already. Like the people that you meet at the market. If you go to Osu, Oso Street, they are running 24 hours. If you come to Circle, they are running 24 hours. All the major places in Accra, where the Tapo, Asapo, all those places in Kumasi, if you go there, they run 24 hours.
All right.
So if you tell me you are now going to build market, and you know, as we know, all know in this country, if the bank market is built, it's people who are going to rent those bank markets. And if I rent one and I decided to run just one ship, are you saying they're going to take the market from me? Or if I purchase one market and I'm selling some items, and the items, it will not need, people will not need it in the night. Should I, by compulsory, employ somebody to stay there throughout the night? I know it's demand and supply. If the demand is there, the supply will also be there.
Sure.
You go to industrial areas and other places, they are running 24 hours because those who manufacture plastics and those things, the market is there. So all the time, they are there working. So they should come clear with the 24-hour economic policy.
Fortunately, we have a rep coming from government this morning. He's on the show. So we'll put these issues to him about the 24-hour economy and all the concerns. Let's quickly go to the daily graphic. So the issue of the flooding in Cape Coast, it says hours of rainfall at the weekend left parts of the western and central regions flooded, with some Reboy and Cape Coast turned into massive ponds populated by buildings and trees. The incident marked new limits of flooding in the two areas as the phenomenon extended into previously less prone areas in the wave sweeping across the country this year. 3 persons died in the Cape Coast incident, with 3 women injured. They are a 20-month-old child and 2 occupants trapped under a collapsed structure at Jejano behind Yugot Fie on Aidan 4th Alley, who died yesterday following the heavy rains. They have been identified as Anastasia Abaka, 12, and Ajwa Bedua, 40. 2 died at Samreboy in flood-related incidents. So it's unfortunate that we're still having these incidents and deaths. But yes, KMJ...
People should be careful, because there are a lot of old structures in Cape Coast.
Yeah,
a lot of
so essentially, apparently the fire service is saying the initial investigation suggests that the building was too weak.
Yeah, so there are a lot of old structures there.
With the once the flooding happened, it went down.
The problem is usually when they say, "Oh, we've identified a few, we're going to break them down." It never happens. Even here in Accra, we've seen some of them. Also, the other time they said they were going to demolish some houses. Up till now, we don't know whether those houses. I'm not sure they are even down. Same thing with Newtown. So they demolish but never demolish.
Maybe they are giving the people enough time to find, better accommodation.
If structures are weak.
We've always had issues with these whole demolition exercises here and there, and people feeling like, they were not given prior notice, enough notice and all that. So maybe they are just trying to give them enough time. So,
hopefully it doesn't kill any other person before enough time is enough.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right. So on the Christmas, I was saying that the Christmas are for they.
Oh yeah. So
after the incident, Ajwa Safo was hospitalized and all. 6 people have been arrested.
Yeah.
Now the Christmas Safo mission they've issued a statement. And they say false allegations and incidents on church property on June 21, 2026. And it goes on. Essentially, they're just saying that no such shooting incidents occurred. I mean, long and short. It's a lengthy statement, but they're saying no, it didn't happen.
So where did the shooting incident happen?
We're not sure. And they're suggesting that maybe let me just quickly go through it. So the leadership of the Christo Asafo mission of Ghana wishes to address certain statements circulating on social media regarding an incident that occurred at the church's property situated at Kwabenya on June 21, 2026. After a lawful church event being held at the premises, Sarah Safo arrived at the venue and forcefully drove her vehicle into the entrance gate of the property. Our verified information is that she struck her vehicle against 2 metallic gates, causing substantial damage to both structures. At the time of the incident, numerous worshippers and invited guests were present within the premises, including individuals seated in close proximity to the entrance. The actions described above created a serious risk to life and property. Had the gates completely collapsed or had the vehicle proceeded beyond the entrance, the safety of attendees could have been gravely endangered. Security personnel on duty intervened to prevent further escalation and to protect persons gathered at the event. Their actions were directed solely toward preserving public safety and preventing injury to attendees. So here they are indicating, they didn't say that any shooting occurred, but they said they intervened.
Right.
And the actions, whichever actions, we don't know which actions they took.
Yeah.
But they're not saying that any shooting happened. Now, it says, we have also become aware of unverified media reports made by certain individuals claiming that she was shot by her brother during the incident, with same Adwoa Safo demonstrating a purported victim presentation. An apparent attempt to create a false impression of having sustained a gunshot injury. We categorically reject, you said,
Yeah.
We categorically reject these allegations as false and misleading. To the best of our knowledge and based on information presently available to us, no such shooting occurred. We therefore call upon the relevant authorities to conduct a thorough and impartial investigation into all aspects of the incident. We further urge the public to refrain from drawing conclusions based on unverified social media reports and to allow law enforcement agencies to establish the facts through due process. Our organization remains committed to peace, truth, the rule of law, and the safety of all persons who attend our events. So, yeah.
Your brain,
your brain, the boss.
Yes. Like something is going on in here.
Yeah.
Can we have the police reports as well? And then
The police statement actually talked about the shooting.
So
yeah, but they say they were there. I mean,
and it did not happen there.
Shooting, okay.
Wow.
So that's a police statement. So it goes straight. It talks about the fact that they were so. Of course, they are also. So they start by saying 6 arrested in connection with Kwabenya shooting incident. Mm-hmm. So that goes to show that indeed for them, as far as they're concerned,
yes,
there was some shooting that occurred, and yes, we could bring you that as well. So it goes. The Ghana Police Service has arrested 6 private security guards in connection with the shooting incident involving Honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo, which occurred at Kwabenya on 21st June 2026. Subsequently, a search conducted has led to the retrieval of 5 pump-action guns, 1 Taurus pistol loaded with 7 rounds of 9mm ammunition, an additional magazine loaded with 5 rounds of 9mm ammunition, and communication equipment. Preliminary investigations indicate that police personnel from the National Operations Directorate and the Intelligence Directorate who were on special duty received a distress call from a residence at Kwabenya and proceeded to the scene. Upon arrival, it was established that the ceremony was being held at the residence of Mr. Tamaklo Safo Jehoshaphat, alias Akofina, when Honorable Adwoa Safo reportedly arrived and requested access to the premises but was denied entry. Police investigations further revealed that armed security personnel at the residence allegedly discharged firearms during the incident, resulting in the injury to Honorable Adwoa Safo. Her vehicle was also found with multiple gunshot marks. The suspects and exhibits have been transferred to the police headquarters to assist ongoing investigations. So here, the police is saying, but yes, let's be fair. They're here saying that they said allegedly discharged firearms during the incident. So it's an allegation, and they've picked up the people. Of course, they picked up the weapons, some weapons as well. But they're saying investigations are ongoing to locate and arrest all other persons connected with the incident. So probably at the end of the investigations, they may come out to say that indeed no shooting occurred. But of course, there are vehicles. There's the vehicle with the shooting marks, as they indicate.
Exactly.
So is it that somebody made it up?
Yeah.
Or
Pictures and video evidence of Ajua Safo being graced,
and with blood.
With blood and all that. Ghana is getting more interested by the day.
Anyway, but it's unfortunate that this is happening. We're
Very
hoping that
unfortunate.
they can resolve whatever issues so we
Exactly.
can have peaceful funeral.
Yeah.
For
You remember some weeks ago, we sat here and we were talking about the fact that a faction of the family has given a different date, another
Yes.
faction has given another date.
Yes.
And I don't know exactly what they are trying to communicate to the public, but it's rather unfortunate that all these things
But then
are
the
happening.
other question too that some would ask is, why was Ajua Safo going to the place, or why did she want to go to the place?
Yeah.
Because already we are aware that there's some...
Oh, her younger brother has been installed, by the way, as the,
Yes, but we're already aware that there's a rift between the two sides.
Yeah.
So you want...
Maybe she was going there to support the brother.
Probably.
But if you get there and you are not giving access...
No, but that's my brother. You can't
And
tell me
he's
you're
being
giving access to my
installed
brother. No.
to replace our father.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you are not being given...
So when they had the bag, they should have opened the gate for her. She wouldn't have continued banking.
All right. So anyway, you're still here on
Oh, boy.
We're taking a break.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately, we can't get into all the details.
Right.